This video is intended to show how you can use connecting directly to your computer as a valuable teaching tool from the NEOs. And we'll see the vocabulary words I'm using are words I'd like to share with you about using Neo Share. So I'm going to pretend as if each of my files is a different student. So you turn on the Neo and you go to Alpha Word Plus, and I want to open file number 1. These files are just holding areas. You can save 90 files in the Neo, but these are just open files at one time. You might have students have a study guide open and an essay open on the same day. They can have 2 of these things or more going at once. So the password for file number 1 is WRITE, W-R-I-T-E. That's the master password that you can share with all your students. So Alpha Word Plus, the master password is WRITE. When they're done writing, you want to make sure in your procedures you remind them to clear the file. Clear the file button is right there. So let's say these are the vocabulary words I came up with. I am going to plug this Neo in. It's going to make a USB connection. And now I'm going to go to Wordle and I'm going to create. This is wordle.net. I'm going to click, there's my blinking cursor, and I'm going to press send button. Ooh, let me make this smaller so you can see. I'm going to press the send button on my Neo. Okay, so now, I'm going to even make this smaller so you can see the Neo. So now I'm going to disconnect and pretend I'm a new student coming in for file number 2. The new student walks up, plugs the Neo in, presses send, and those words are to say, oh, how to change the screen font size. I want to remind you of that. So in Wordle, I'm going to put a space right here so it doesn't think it's one word. And notice what I'm telling you is Control Option Command F will let you change the font size on the screen. So I'm going to do that now. So if I disconnect this from the computer, so I'm back to Neo, and hold down Control Command Option and F, it lets me change the size of the font. So I'm going to go down and make it smaller and click Enter. And now the font is smaller. I can see more of my writing. All right? This is great for short replies and actually great for essays too. So there's also a spell check function here that will allow students to check their spelling. So now I'll go to file number 3. And notice my font is still small. Once you've set it small, it'll stay small. Neo Share is wireless and paperless. Once you get it into your computer, you can write comments to the students back on your computer and use the spell checker yourself, which is something I would love to do. So now I'm going to press send again, and there's more words. So imagine you've done a lesson and you have some vocabulary and you want to do a review and you ask the students to all write different words that they remember about this particular unit. You'll see which ones they remember because they'll be the largest. So let me see if I have something in file number 4 for you. Okay, so this is to remind you that Command Send when you're using Neo Share will go to the teacher. You have to open Neo Share. It'll send a file directly to you. Command P will go to whatever printer is attached to the teacher's computer. So I'll plug the Neo in, making USB a connection. My blinking cursor is up there, and I can press send. So I could have students in a line just doing this to the teacher's computer. All right, so now I'm going to come up here. I notice that there needs to be a space there. And on Wordle, I'm going to click Go. And usually something pops up at the top. Do you want to run? And let's just run. So here is what came up. So clearly I put command in each of those little command goes and teach in those more often. I could change the layout. I could change the color. And then this would be a great thing to print on a study guide for the students, or to say, what words are missing? Why is one word bigger? What word should be the biggest for this? And maybe the topic of the whole chapter. So that's a really fun way to use the NEOs get student responses, everybody's involved, everybody's words are in there, everybody feels like they're part of the discussion.